Hello everyone, I'm Marika De Rosa, ADS Competitiveness Operations Manager, and I'm here today with Colin Allan. He's a lead practitioner for ManEx, BusEx, and RelEx and part of the SC21 team from 2011. Hello, Colin.
Hi, Marika.
Hello. Please, Colin, talk a little bit more about your experience, your education, your work experience as it is and in the past as well.
Hey, Marika, thank you. Historically, I have an electronics degree, an MBA, and have worked in industry for in excess of 25, 30 years in a manufacturing environment. So part of my work ethic was to encourage my staff to improve every day. The way I operate, I wanted my staff to be comfortable in what they were doing. So over time, I learned the use of lean and lean tools and techniques. Again, through my managerial career, that evolved into my working with Scottish Enterprise as the SMAS practitioner. So the role of SMAS in Scotland, Scottish Manufacturing Advisory Service, is to promote operational excellence. Clear links to lean tools and techniques in there. So we became obvious partners for the SC21 programme in Scotland. Myself and a few colleagues within SMAS undertook not lean learning, but the SC21 programme and developed skills. As you say, I'm a lead practitioner for ManEx, BusEx and RelEx. That's come through delivering upwards of 30 assessments and assessment tools over the past 10, 12 years. So, as I said before, the natural benefit of the SC21 programme for SMAS was that it alluded straight into our operational excellence through lean. And what I want to mention is one of the benefits I see in the SC21 programme is that the manufacturing excellence assessment gives organisations the ability to look at how they operate every day, direct links into lean, but it's effectively hands-on tools. How do we perform every day with our current resources?
Yeah, you just mentioned some of the benefits of SC21 for the industry. So could you be more specific on what could be the benefits for SMEs, the OEMs, and the government itself?
Sure. So the SC21, in my eyes, the SC21 programme benefits the government and the OEMs in a sense that it gives them a per se regulated process programme which is consistent in its approach and has clear measurables. So from that perspective, it addresses many elements of what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve consistency in our supply chains. We're trying to achieve continued improvement in our supply chains, and we're trying to measure that. So from my perspective, as I said, the ManEx and BusEx give organisations, the ManEx gives it an operational daily activity measurements all the way up into the OEMs, and BusEx gives organisational improvement all the way up to the OEMs. So those two assessments on their own right give organisations, SMEs who generally don't have access to best-in-class tools, give them access to operational excellence at a daily level and organisational excellence at a business level.
Okay, so could you explain to our audience the assessment tool? So what could be the struggles in using the tools and which could be the advantage?
So in general, the tools are quite simple to use and introduce. One of the elements, one of the discussion points we have with the SC21 management team is sometimes the use of language. So from my perspective, again, having run these, we've had a couple of iterations in the toolkits for ManEx and BusEx, but I would certainly say that currently there are still some challenges around about the language. So when we're talking about OEMs and primes, large organisations, culture approaches, so in that sense, they're better able to meet those challenges of languages. But sometimes with small to medium enterprises, that language can be challenging. It tends to be a bit, in my opinion, can be a bit academic. Just makes it a bit more of a challenge for people like myself to make it obvious and clear to the clients what we're talking about. But that would be the one area where I would think that the program, the SC21 program, could go through a piece of review there. Other than that, as I said, the tools are, as I said, ManEx, basic operational activity, daily activities, is based on lean tools and techniques and your approach to implementing lean. So quite concise. And as I said before, under the pretext that lean tools and techniques are an established best-in-class improvement tool, the ManEx is a great way of introducing lean to your business. The BusEx, founded on the FQM model, looks at an organizational approach. How do we enable the organization for the future? So again, very powerful tool and a great tool. It's been developed, as I say, from my perspective, to allow access to small to medium enterprises, for them to allow them to engage in that journey. As I say, both very, very powerful. And I keep reiterating this. One's operational daily performance, what do we do every day, and how do we prepare for the future?
Brilliant. For last question, last but not least, really, because as you know, we are always very open to feedback. I would like to ask you, which do you think are the opportunities for improvement for the SC21 program?
Okay, so I did it, as I mentioned earlier, Marika, one of the areas where I feel there should be some work put in is into the language section. However, one of the key challenges for all organizations, some of the larger ones I've worked with and some of the SMEs, is benchmarking. So benchmarking is how we compare ourselves to our peers, how we compare ourselves to our colleagues in terms of how are they improving, what can we learn. And I've always felt that the SC20 program has in excess of 400 members live currently. That's a vast source of benchmarking data. And I do feel that the SC21 program would be well served by developing some sort of benchmarking tools that we as practitioners can share with the organizations.
Yeah, thank you very much, Colin. Thanks for your contribution to the program and for having this interview with me.
No problem. Thank you for your time, Marika. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.